So for this next clip, we're going to develop the rated walls. I've opened up a PDF that has the idea of building, it's a US Gypsum, I don't know, pamphlet that describes drywall built up wall partition assemblies. And I've gone to a specific area that allows us to select out, gives us all the dimensions we need to go ahead and do that. I'll make sure those links are available, and we're going to actually discuss this in detail in lecture. So I'm going to go to our drawing now and highlight those walls just to show you. These are the walls that we want to make soundproof. The idea of cutting down the noise from blow dryers running, toilets flushing, all of the noise that's generated in a bathroom from transferring to the other room. So we're going to go ahead and edit this type of wall right now and just duplicate it. And we'll call it a STC, and I think it's 54. I made a screen clip of that exact section. Yeah, the sound transmission coefficient is 54 if we put 5/8 inch drywall on it. So I'll put that off to the side. And so I'll leave that with that terminology. And then we'll go ahead and edit that. So we already have a metal layer. We actually have a finish layer up here. And I'm going to move that down into just for clarity. And we have a gypsum, well, actually we'll leave it as the nomenclature actually develops it. So we have 5/8 and 5/8, and we have our 3 5/8 stud, which if we review, we want to have RC1 channel, 3 5/8 inch stud. It says 1/2 inch gypsum rock. What I didn't do in the screen clip maybe is catch the other side of it, which says in order to get 54, it has to be 5/8 inch. And we have this 3-inch thermofiber in, but we won't be able to show that because it's already taken up by the space of the stud. So we need to actually just insert one more thing, and that's the RC1 channel. So I'm going to insert a new material, and then I'll pull it down so it's inside of the core. And we'll just make up I'll make it up to be a 1/2 inch thick. I'm not exactly sure how it is. It might be 3/4, but I'm thinking more like 1/2. Not really critical. And we'll go ahead and we'll make up a material for it. We'll call it RC1 channel. And for its appearance, we'll leave it white, so then we can go over it with some kind of detailing later on when we get to a wall detail if we want to add something to it. Click OK. So now we have that full assembly built up, and we could take a look at it in preview mode. So you'll see we have the gypsum board, the 3 5/8 inch, and then this area here, which is where the RC1 channel will come in. Except it's in, I don't like that it's dark. It would be nice if that was showing up clear. I wonder if I've made an error there in the way I've set up the appearance of it. I guess it is very white, so we'll see how that works out later on when we get to detailing. Okay, so now we have our rated wall assembly created. And now all I've got to do is I'll just select all of these. Select all instances visible in the view. So that should give us, well, I don't know why this one's not highlighting, but I'll grab it anyway. I made some extra walls over there, and I guess that's, let's do it this way. We won't select those over there because we don't want to change those. So I'll just individually select all of these. And it says multiple types, so maybe I did have a different type in there. And we'll make that the interior wall, the STC 54. And the next thing I want to do is actually look kind of at the condition where this wall assembly intersects with the ceiling, especially the ceiling, because we want to put some extra detailing in there. And I'll just try to describe that briefly. We'll go back to this manual here, and I'll slide down till we get to some of the ceiling details. Well, those are floor details. So here's a ceiling detail, and the idea here is they show you how you're putting in acoustical sealants between those 2 points, and I'd like to show that in our drawing. And here's the RC1 channel in section view. So this will be one that we'll use for a guide when we create our detail of that element. So let's go back to Revit, and I just want to take a small wall section here, and we'll just take a look at that. And we have looks a little confusing to me. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. I see all of that, but I don't see, I see the wall going way down into grade, so there may be a little error there that I need to correct. Oh no, that's a sink level. All right, so this is a floor. Everything's good. All right, so I'll pull this back and I'll pull this up, because really what we were concerned with is what happens at this interface here. And we'll put our detail to fine. And now we can see everything that's going on here. I'm a little confused. Oh, that's the ductwork. We may just want to pull that back for now just to get it out of the way. Because this is that detail that I really want to concentrate on. What happens at the interface at the ceiling and the roof. Because we want to get in here and put in some sealants in these two areas. We want to add a little bat in there. And we want this to have a piece of drywall on this wall section. So actually I'm going to just grab this right away, this basic roof. And I'm going to edit that type. So we have something on the top of it. We have the spray insulation for this whole depth of it. Let's just take this to 10.5 inches. Oops. And then let's add another layer. I'll move that down. And we'll make that a 1/2 inch drywall. Really what I'm trying to do here is build up enough of our, just enhance our detail that we have available to us. And we'll make that gypsum wallboard. Okay, so now we have our little section for what happens in this condition, and if we'll pick up in the next clip about the kind of details we're going to want to put in here.